Hello YouTube. I am so happy to be back, but more importantly to be feeling better. I have so much to cover today. I hope I can do it all in one video. This is a frame that I made. If you go to your local liquor store, they have boxes for you to carry your liquor home in, and sometimes they have wood crates. So this is actually the top of a wood crate that had liquor in it. I asked them if I can have it, and they said yes. And so I painted this originally like a sandy color. This kind of looks like a sandy color, but it's not. I painted it white, and I highlighted these clay moldings in like a sand color. So it was very beachy. And I had a picture of me and my boyfriend on here. Then we got engaged, and so I painted the whole thing white, and I did a little bit of a gold accent, and I put our engagement picture here. And I wanted to do this, paint this again, and maybe put my wedding picture. So it got me thinking, this would be a great way to frame my Marilyn. Okay, fast forwarding. While I was sick, I was completing, let's just put that there, this other project that I had. And so to test doing a frame for my Marilyn, I started to play around with my IOD molds and see how this would look. So what I am going to do is glue this to the canvas, right? And then I will trim this off. I will then adhere this to, because I don't have another wood board, I'm going to adhere this with some adhesive, spray adhesive, to a poster board. Now the poster board is a little bit, just a smidge of a border bigger, because once I lay this down and get the painting on here, I can then go back and take off any excess that I have around the border. So with an IOD molding, and if you look at this, I happen to really like that one. I've never used this one before. You could see where the clay is still a little bit wet. You can actually adhere these as soon as they come out of the mold. You can glue them down. And it's probably better to glue them down once they come fresh out of the tray, because you're then able to let the clay dry a little bit better. Like I see here where there's a little imperfection, and I'm not loving it. I'm not so much of a perfectionist when it comes to this, because I kind of like the imperfections. And you see where I have a seam here on the frame. You could see where it wasn't long enough. Like, I think this is a full length mold. This is another mold. So I had to cut the edge to make the corner, and you know, it wasn't long enough, and so I had to piece together the next part. I can take a piece of molding clay and put it underneath and smooth that seam out, and I probably will. But I wanted to also show you how easy these molds are. I have a lot of them. I used for this a Sculpey air dry. It's an air dry clay. Keep it in the package and keep it in an airtight container. So that's what I use to make my molds. Okay. And so here's the mold that I used. These molds are from IOD. They're two sisters. This one is called Trimmings Number 2. And I might have yes, I do. So this is what these actual molds look like. Here's this one. And then here is this one. I actually have one because this was the first one that I was going to put on, but the border was too wide. So, and then this one kind of looks like a bark. That would be this one here. Here's the one that I used. I love this one. It's like a rope. And then there is, let me see, this one here. Oh, this one here is actually this one. And this one is like the bark. This one is the rope. This one is the one that I used on my frame. And this is just an extra piece that they give you. It's shorter. So let me show you how you do this. Let me get myself set up here so I can actually see what the hell I am doing also. So the first thing that you want to do is, or at least the first thing that I'm going to do is place something down on my table. And since this is Memorial Day weekend, I'll use this little red, white, and blue placemat that I have. So what you want to do is, I have some cornstarch in here. Open this up and then use a brush. I have, dollar store brush. I use this to clean my canvases too. Dip it in. Let's go with the same. Should we go with the same one that we're using? Yeah, because I might fix that one. And so I'm placing the cornstarch in. One thing that I love about the IOD molds, there's a lot of clay molds out there, but the IODs, they might be a little bit more expensive, or they might be right on point with everybody else. I don't think so. I think that they're probably a little bit more expensive, but look how thick the rubber is. That's how deep your impression is going to be. And the edges are very well defined, so that when you are cleaning the edge of your clay, it cuts off like, I guess, butter, you would say. So now I have my clay. I keep it in a Tupperware container. And I would say a piece maybe that big is good. This is another thing that I liked about doing this activity after diamond painting, is that, you're getting your hands in some clay, and, you're working your hands. Our hands take a little bit of a workout with the diamond painting. I haven't gotten myself a good diamond pen yet. That's on my list. And on my list is to get a good putty. So I really enjoyed playing with this and giving my hands some exercise here. And then you roll it out. I start in the middle and then work my way from one end, turn it around, work the other end. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry if I'm off camera. And there you go, it's in there. So what I'm going to do now is press, and these molds are so good at releasing that even pushing them in, they want to come up. And then take whatever you have. Some people use like a gift card, an old gift card, an old credit card. I actually found a spatula over in the dollar store that I've been using. I have plastic spatulas. I have a little roller. And what you're going to do is begin to work this into the mold. Here's my extra. Work the clay into the mold. Take the excess off. Let me just grab this end here. It's really very relaxing, you know, watching the clay go in and smooth out. It's almost like frosting a cake. And I'll show you this tool also. This is wider. How it starts to flatten out and smooth out. And I really do aim for a smooth bottom. You see how it's starting to come up? Just push it back down. And then once you get the right amount in there, once you get all your excess out, it just starts to smooth out. It really does all the work on its own. I'm gonna put a little bit more there. And I want it to be the height. There's a little bit extra here, so let's take that out. I want it to be like even with the edge. Sometimes you don't have enough in there, and you could tell when you take it out, it feels a little weak. It feels a little skimpy. So, you know, you just, you know, work it again, put it back in. And there's no better tool than your own hands. Your hands are warm. They warm up the clay. See, there's a little bit extra here. Well, I thought that was a pretty fair amount to put in, but I guess I overdid it, you know? But I'd rather have too much and work it out than have too little and come up short. And so you see how sharp this edge is here? You just kind of have to just roll it right along the edge, and it makes a nice clean edge. You can use your finger if you want to clean that edge off. So much fun working with these molds. I have so many pretty ones too. I'll show you a few of them that I have up here. I didn't bring them all up. I was just bringing up the ones that had a border. I love anything Rococo in nature. I love the seashells. I've made beautiful frames, mirrors with the mermaid mold. All right, so that's pretty good. And I feel that it's pretty even. There's no part on here that I feel is going to be a weak point. And this is how easy it's going to come out. See that? That's it. You could just bend it over. I like bending it over. And here it is. It's coming right out. 1, 2, 3. Put it on here. And there it is. See if I can get you closer here to it. And there it is. Now, you can take this and put this. You can use what's recommended is the wood glue for this craft. I could put wood glue on this, and I can attach this right to my artwork and let it dry this way. This really is a pretty, I really like this one. This one is really pretty. Really like that. I will show you other molds that I have. I love the mermaids. I love how they do all their seashells and stuff. Let me see here. Ooh. Heavy. They're heavy. They are very substantial. And like I said, that's because the impression is so good. This one, I've done so much with this one. I love these little round circles, and you see how they end the edge. So if you have to make it longer, your next one is going to go right in. Love this one. Love the arches. And then you have this little small one here. Oh gosh, it's almost like a, It's a leaf that is turning in and out. That one is beautiful. Love that one. Here is, now I was playing around last night. This is gorgeous. I have done this in the center of a mirror, and I have done these seashells. I've done these in the corner as a corner accent. And then last night I was playing around. Here's the medallion that's right here. And this beading, gorgeous. I use this on my frame that I made for my engagement picture. Now it's going to be my wedding picture, but that's the little beading. Here's the seashell. Here's the beading again. And what else is on this one? Oh, the little, are they in this one? They may be in another one. But here's those little circles that I was telling you how they fit one right into the other. Oh, gorgeous. Love, love, love. And then I made like a little accent here. Again, I used the beads in here. Really easy. If you really want to get inspiration, is to go on Pinterest. I like Rococo. So those Cupids are not in this one. This is Classic Elements. Go on whatever your style is, and you'll find so many interior designer inspiration, because I actually copied that from a mirror, sort of copied it. Here's the seahorses. I've done a sea mirror where you can buy a mirror at the dollar store. Put it in a frame, then use the frame to glue all these elements on. I glued the seahorses on, and the sand dollar and the shells all around the mirror. I'll have to, actually gave it away. Maybe I can get my friend to send me a picture. This is called Seashell. IOD is the company. They have a great, great, great channel. Lots of ideas. And then this one is, look at this freaking mermaid. How cute is this mermaid? And she's big. I mean, as big as my hand. A little bit bigger. Looking to see where those little, again, shell. Oh, here's where the little Cupid babies are. Little Neptune babies. This is so pretty. I actually, when this was wet, glued on the back of it a knob. I had a draw that I turned this into a handle, and I glued the knob in the front and at the end, and then when it was dried, I screwed it in to the draw and made myself a handle out of the mermaid. Very cute. That went with the seashell mirror. And I have another IOD border. And here are the ones that are in this one. I really want to use this one, this X and O. I have a painting that is a diamond painting that is very Venice. I might use this, or I love this too, the Laurel Wreath. So pretty. This is, oh, the sisters are Sally and Josie. I can never remember their name. And the IOD stands for Iron Orchid Designs. And wow, the micro rim that makes it easy for you to cut the clay off is actually patent pending. Yeah, I could see why. I would actually use these. I wouldn't use the same ones that I use for my clay, but I actually would use these for cake designs. I would keep them just for fondant. But look at that. Look at the detail on them. They're gorgeous. I'm driving myself crazy looking for a frame. I can make my own. And so that's my story for today. IOD frames. Give your hand a try at it. I'm going to, and I'll make another video, so I don't take up too much time, I'm going to use clay to close the seams on this frame so that you don't see the seams where I've had cut marks at. I might replace this one with the new one that I just made. And I'm going to glue this to the poster board, trim the edge off, and then put my frame on. And I may even rub this once it dries totally. You don't have to wait for it to dry. With some gold accent, or maybe even like a patina accent. That'll look really cute. Or maybe just, you know, make myself an acrylic wash by taking some paint and just watering it down to a wash and then washing the frame. So I hope everyone is having a good day and you're doing something fun. It's beautiful here on the East Coast. It's spring again. It's like 60 degrees and cool. So I hope you're outside if your weather is nice. Enjoy your day. Bye.